relationship between organizational change and development with micro, small, and medium enterprises (MSMEs) is both crucial and dynamic. MSMEs operate in an environment that is often marked by rapid technological advancements, shifting consumer preferences, economic fluctuations, and increasing global competition. To survive and thrive in such a landscape, these enterprises must be agile, adaptive, and forward-looking. The relevance of change and development in MSMEs becomes even more apparent when considering their limited resources and vulnerability to external shocks. Unlike larger corporations, MSMEs often lack the financial buffers, managerial expertise, or infrastructure to absorb disruptions. Therefore, embracing change is not just a strategic option, but a necessity. For instance, during economic crises or global pandemics, MSMEs that were quick to implement digital transformations such as shifting to e-commerce or remote work systems were better positioned to maintain operations and customer engagement. Similarly, those who invested in organizational development by training their workforce, streamlining operations, or enhancing customer service gained a competitive edge. Moreover, continuous development allows MSMEs to scale up sustainably by gradually improving internal processes, decision-making capabilities, and stakeholder relations. Furthermore, the integration of organizational change and development can empower MSMEs to become more resilient, innovative, and customer-centric. These transformations help business owners and managers to rethink outdated practices, embrace new technologies, and align their goals with long-term sustainability. Government and institutional support programs that aim to foster MSME growth often emphasize the importance of organizational development, offering training, mentorship, and financial incentives to encourage adaptive behavior and strategic planning. Given the ever-evolving nature of today's increasingly competitive business environment, it is absolutely essential for MSMEs to adopt a perspective that transcends mere short-term survival strategies. The long-term sustained growth and development of MSME demands not only well-timed reactive measures, but also proactive and well-considered long-term planning. For instance, when a small and medium-sized enterprise MSME consciously invests in the implementation of customer relationship management (CRM) tools, this multifaceted investment represents not merely a technological enhancement. It actually signifies a transformational strategic move that significantly contributes to profoundly understanding their customers' behavior patterns, enabling data-driven. In summary, the relationship between organizational change and development with MSMEs is deeply interconnected, multifaceted, and essential. As MSMEs continue to face complex challenges in an unpredictable world, their ability to adapt and evolve will define their trajectory. By embracing change and committing to structured development, these enterprises can move beyond reactive survival and become proactive agents of growth and innovation. This transformation demands vision, discipline, and support, but the rewards are long-lasting, not just for individual businesses, but for entire societies. For example, when a small enterprise invests in customer relationship management (CRM) tools, this is more than a technological upgrade. It's a strategic move that enables better understanding of customer behavior, allows for data-driven decision-making, and enhances service delivery. However, without parallel investments in training staff to use such systems effectively or redesigning internal workflows to support the new processes, the change may fall short of its potential. This illustrates how organizational change and development must go hand in hand to yield meaningful results. Another important aspect to consider is the cultural shift required within MSMEs undergoing transformation. Often, resistance to change comes not from the market, but from within. Employees may be hesitant to adopt new tools or approaches, and leadership may lack the vision or confidence to pursue innovation. In summary, the relationship between organizational change and development with SMS is deeply interconnected, multifaceted, and essential. As MSMS continue to face complex challenges in an unpredictable world, their ability to adapt and evolve will define their trajectory.
Dan di sini review lengkap Wentang yang kami kunjungi. Ada juga kotak pensil start from 10.000 aja. Box motif kurumi yang lagi viral juga ada. Apa anak sekolah belum pernah ke sini? Tempatnya nyaman dan luas. Ada tas sekolah. Ada juga manik-manik lucu. Pilihannya banyak loh. Ada juga kotak pensil start from 10.000 aja. Box motif kurumi yang lagi viral juga ada. Terima kasih.